What's up, Lily fam? This your girl Monique, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, then you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, Lily fam, this is gonna be a lovely chat, child. We haven't did one of these in a long time, and what prompted this lovely chat is in a vlog. I don't know if it was the last vlog or the vlog before. I was telling y'all that my mama had called me and blast out on me, child. Blast out on me. Okay, Lola fam,
we gonna get that when
we
it's
just pulled up in the yard. Soon we got in the neighborhood, it started raining, thunderstorm. I don't even want to get out the car because that lightning is doing sharp. But I want to get out the car because I need to get out the car. I'm feeling a little bit down right now. My mama just called me and blast out on me for... Yeah, I'm going to just leave it alone. Communication within family is important, but family don't know how to do that, and it ain't stem from my mama. I'm saying stuff but not saying stuff. You know what? Y'all never mind. I'm talking about my mom was so loud on the other end of the phone till my children heard that. If I'm sweating, child, don't pay no attention to that because I'm cleaning and it's hot. But my mom was so loud that my children heard her blasting out on me. And then not only that, she blasted out on me, didn't tell me the reason why she was blasting out on me, but the things that she was saying, I kind of already had an idea what was going on, and she hung up. And she was like, I'll call you back, and just hung up. So, with the way my mama blast out on me and my babies them hearing that, not only would it cause it hurt and made it cause anger from hearing the stuff that she was saying, it was embarrassing. Cause my babies, when I hung up the phone, my baby was like, Mom, why Mom yelling at you like that? What happened? Why she yelling at you like that? Child, that was embarrassing. And then, with that being said, so from my mom doing that, and then I was going to do the lovely chat, but then I said, nah, I ain't even going to worry about it. But then I received a phone call from my cousin, and some of the stuff that she was saying to me, Charlie sent me back up. So I said, you know what, I'm going to just do me a video, talk about it, get it out, and then once I get it out, that's it. How I deal with PTSD. This ain't no secret because I talk about it all the time. I try not to talk about it in every video vlog, but this is a part of my life. So yeah. So my emotions and stuff is heightened, and plus when it comes to anger, I'm easily triggered. Outside of I had deal with depression sometimes, paranoia and all that other stuff, but I'm not going to get into that because that's not what this lovely chat is about. But and plus I take medicine to help me with all of that kind of stuff. So with that being said, child, when my mom hung that phone up on me, I was so triggered. And the two things that I was triggered with, when I was hurt, and then it angered me. Now, with my anger, usually I just blast out. But over the years, I have learned how to be better at that. And plus, not only that, like, I'm a person that I've studied my own self. So I know my triggers, and not only that, if I know I'm not gonna do right by you or what's come, I will exclude myself out the situation. I will separate myself from family. I will unfriend myself with friends. I will do that. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I would do that, child, with no hesitation, no demonstration. I would do that, and it's like So with that, for me not to ramble, because I am a venter, I will vent, and that's something else that I learned myself. Vent, get it out, because I learned that when I hold that stuff in, child, that stuff come out like a volcano, like hot lava, just spewing everywhere. It don't matter who the lava get on to burn up, it just come out. So I learned not to be that way. Now, before I get that way, I just get complete silent and I start talking, child. I start talking and you can have the conversation and talk, say whatever you got to say, and believe whatever you got to believe, because I will start talking. And then I get myself, I just leave out that space. So, with that being said, I want to talk about the different types of help and stuff like this. And I want to start off with saying, when it comes to somebody helping you, don't nobody have to help you. Don't nobody have to help you. Everybody have their own responsibilities in their own life, and don't nobody owe you nothing. Don't nobody have to help you. So, we're getting that out the way, because I do understand that. Don't nobody have to help you. Don't nobody owe you nothing, regardless of who they is in your life. Don't nobody got to help you. So once again, now that I got that out the way, there are several different types of help out there that not all help is good help. Now, speaking of myself, I am the type of person that I will help you and nobody will never hear anything about it. Whether it's financially, whether it's giving you my time, whether it's making something for you, because I'm a crafter. I sew and I make stuff. Whether it's any of those things, what I do for you, nobody will never know unless you tell that person. Now, when it comes to my crafting things, I'm going to post it, but I'm not necessarily going to say who I made this for and stuff like that, unless I'm given permission. But other than that, you will never know. You will never know. I'm that kind of person that when I was up, and right now I'm nowhere up. I'm no longer in that situation. I wish I was. I'm no longer in that situation. And child, when I go on about this is what I'm about to say. My husband probably gonna be like, God, you just be talking. But I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out because it's been brewing. It's been brewing inside. So I feel like, why not come over here and talk to the London fam and just talk with y'all and just get it out. So, like I said, and when I was up, man, it could be people in the. I help strangers, I help family, I help friends, all of that kind of stuff. And like I said, when I help you, you'll never hear about it. It done been times to where I done been in the line in the grocery store and people don't have enough to cover what they got up there, or they don't forgot their purse or something like that. Child, I would either cover what they can't cover now, and if it's an elder person, I would end up paying for the whole thing. Or if the person done forgot they purse out there in the car and stuff like that, by the time they come back, it's took care of. And I'm standing there not saying a thing. The cashier tell the person that you're good, you can go ahead and go, and the person wondering why they can go ahead and go. To the point of the cashier had to end up telling them what I done did. And now the person thanking me and stuff like that. And I'm receiving the thanks. The one thing that I feel like got me in this struggling place, and it may not even be that, but that's what I tell myself, because in order for it not to just like really like damn drag me down into a state of depression, because when your finance ain't right, child, plus married with children, child, that thing is heavy. So what I tell myself, back when I was up, the way I was up and the way I was helping people and people thanking me and all that stuff for helping them, I'm receiving the thanks. Wrong. Not one time did I turn around and give God the praises of telling him thank you for putting me in a situation where I'm able to help people like that. put me in that place at that time to help that person. Not one time have I gave God the praises for that. And that's what I tell myself, like, dang, you on this end now, so you can know one what it feel like. So when you do come back up, because God knows I'm gonna come back up. I'm manifesting that thing. I'm gonna come back up. When you do come back up, one, you'll know who to bless in that kind of way, and you'll see why I'm saying this. Two, you will give with the what could I say, with the notion of knowing, child, you able to do this because God been blessing you, so don't forget to give him the praises. So that's what I tell myself with this struggle that me and my husband we going through now. Among some reality things that I'm speaking spiritual right there, but the reality of things, we have had some income changes. I get in that too. And I've always told myself, only help people without expecting nothing back. Help people because that's what's on your heart to do. If that's not what's on your heart, then don't do it. But that's what I always told myself. And another thing that I always told myself, just helping people, don't expect that same kind of action in return, because everybody don't do everything the same. So just because I help, example of what I'm saying, just because I help without with no questions out, with no expectations, with you'll never hear anything about it. I can't expect someone other than me to do that. That's not me. That's gonna be the same way. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, with saying that, I am the kind that, I ain't gonna lie, if I feel like we should have a better relationship than that, and you have done something towards me or have treated me in a way that I feel like you shouldn't be treating me because I thought our relationship was better than that, I am one of the ones that I'm gonna have flashbacks of everything that I have done for you. Of everything that I have done for you, gonna come back before my eyes. And after I go through that flashback, I'm not gonna lie, once it's done, moving forward, I will treat you accordingly. You will no longer have that availability of that unconditional the help that I was given to you. I am that kind of person. I ain't even gonna lie. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm that kind of person. So that's the kind of helper that I am now. Nowadays, I am more of a helper by I can give you my time, because financially I'm not in a place to where I could just give out like that. We've been needing more help in that area than more than we would want. And two, I hate asking for help. I hate asking for help. My husband hate asking for help. He hate when I ask for help because of the humility of it, and because of the way how eyes would view you sometimes. And that I'm getting into the help that will help you and talk about you. The help that will help you and make it feel like it was a burden because they help you. The help that will help you and feel like they need to know any and every way what you doing with your finances that you need help. Which, if you ask a person for help financially, I don't want to say they got it right, but at the same time, depending on where it's coming from, I feel like it shouldn't be no questions asked, especially if it's coming from family. So, with that, child, my mama blasted out on me. And I understood where she was coming from, but I'm not gonna lie. It's like, like I said, over my past time, I have helped so many people. My mom have helped and raise so many people. So I'm not gonna lie, this is probably a right and wrong way of thinking, but I feel like most of the people that I'm asking for help is is people that my mama had hands on raising or helping or still helping and stuff like that. To the point I feel like it shouldn't be no problem with helping her children. Now I could be wrong for feeling and thinking like that, but I feel like it's a lot of things that me and my brother missed out on because of my mama having hands in raising and helping everybody, to the point of when it came to us, we were just in line with everybody else, and we didn't get all that little extra special nooks and all that stuff like that. And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about all the hugs and the all that kind of stuff that going on. I'm not even finna go down the line in that, all that stuff in that, in which I don't fault and blame my mama. I just looked at it over time. I've just looked at it like how my mama done gave out to the point that she didn't have that to give us. Now, if she trying to get better at it now, she trying to get better at it now, and especially with her grandbabies. So, with that being said, if it wasn't for me and my husband having our children, I would never ask for help. Ever ask for help. Me and my husband, we would thug that shit out. I swear we would thug it out. Child, we'll be sitting in here with lights off and candles in the can. We would thug it out. But when you have children, you can't do like that, because then they become neglected of things. So we cannot not ask for help. Neither one of us have pride. We just don't like the ugly help. And you know what? I might need to tone it down some a little bit, because I'm coming off like I'm angry, and I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm hurt and frustrated, but I'm not angry. And then I feel like if you extend your help and tell a person, call me if you need anything, yada 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 yada, and the person start taking you up on that offer, and it's like, oh damn, that person, they need help. If it becomes too much for you, talk to that person. Talk to that person. Especially if you supposed to have that kind of relationship with them, that you can talk to that person. Because can't nobody tell you that person's situation no better than they can. No better than they can. And then it's like a topic, and then you become, with that kind of help, you become like the topic of discussion. And you're not included in the conversation. That's the worst kind of help ever to receive. I'd rather you not help me at all. I'd rather you not help me at all. I don't already beat myself up. Because it's like, damn, you come from here to heaven to here. But what led me and my husband in this situation is we have had income change due to our family situation, due to my medical stuff and all that stuff like that. Because like I said, I deal with PTSD. So with that being said, coming from active duty, and that was a hard choice to make, but we have a child with severe disorders. She has lissencephaly, she has cerebral palsy, and she has Lennox-Gastaut syndrome. So, and Lennox-Gastaut syndrome, that's just a form of epilepsy, meaning any type of seizure out there, she done had it. So, I had to choose military career, family, daughter. Y'all know what I'm gonna choose. If you don't know, I'm gonna choose family, my children. So with that being said, boom, there go a big change in income. So I tried to reserve that when working because once again, my daughter seizures and stuff started cranking up and it was interfering with that, and then it's like I'm being away from her and no, can't function. So I started going to school, and then going to school I end up working at the school. Okay, now income back afloat. Income back afloat. So, but once again, having a child with severe disorders is always going to become an issue. Now, I had a good working family, but at the same time, from what I went through in the military, I can tell when my situation is starting to become too much for the work environment. And not only on top of that, like dealing with the stuff mentally, what I'm dealing with, working home and doing this and doing that, it was becoming too much. And then the camel that broke the straw back, or the straw that broke the camel back, however you say that, our daughter, in the process of all of this, have had two major surgeries. She had hip surgery and she had back surgery. While I was working at that college, my daughter had hip surgery. She needed physical therapy. The way how they wanted to give her physical therapy, we wasn't able to do that. We wasn't able to do that. My husband, he working at night. I'm working during the day. He taking them to the appointments in the local area. But there's also time when we have to travel to appointments. So we both would go. Because dealing with my PTSD, I deal with some stuff of going places alone. And my husband know that. So I'm going to try not to keep bringing up the PTSD shit, but it's a part of me, and I'm trying to get y'all to understand the whole situation of how everything have went and been going, child. So, with that, she had the hip surgery. We weren't able to do physical therapy the way we need to do physical therapy. She was getting physical therapy, but it wasn't as aggressive as they wanted it to be. Okay, now fast forward. She got to have back surgery. Because the way how her spine was going, she pretty much had a V in her spine, and if it kept curving over, it was going to go into her organs, and that will cause a bigger issue. Okay, so and then we had been putting the back surgery off because of work. So the doctor was telling us, okay, we'll keep monitoring, we'll do back braces, we'll do this and we'll do that. Till it got to a point where like, okay, time is up, you gotta do it. So, with that being said, our baby had the surgery. My baby got cut from the top of her neck to the bottom to her tailbone. When she came out of surgery, seeing our girl laying there in that bed, swelled all up. She had to lay on her back for 24 hours. Seeing her like that, we both standing there looking at her over that bed. I told my husband, I said, one of us coming off the job. I said, I don't know how we gonna do it, but one of us is coming off the job, because there's no way that we can keep having surgery, her getting cut, surgery on her, and we're not able to do physical therapy the way we need to do physical therapy for her. Fortunately, it was a better choice for me to come off. So, with that being said, and then here comes the income has changed all over again. Now we still trying to adjust from the military change in income. The military have its ups and downs, but once you get up and get a little rank, child, your income go to looking like something. Plus the incentives and all that stuff they give. So we still adjusting from that. Okay, we kind of above water. We ain't out of the water because I'm at the college now, but we kind of above water. Now it's to the point where, okay, I gotta leave this job. Now we back. We back. I don't want to say on the water like we drowning, but now we back. We back in that place of needing to ask for help all the time. So, with that being said, I'm off the job. We're able to do what we need to do for her. And not only her, because we got other children. We have 2 children that have asthma. One act up more than the other. On top of that, so we running back and forth to school with him because he having asthma attack at school and stuff like that. If the wind blow away, his asthma gets set off. And that probably sounds like I'm being over exaggerating, but I'm just trying to tell y'all how his asthma do sometimes. Then we have our other baby with his asthma, but his asthma don't act up as bad as his brother's own, but he deal with autism. So with that being said, and he's on the smaller spectrum end of the spectrum, but his socialization and his emotions, they're heightened. Damn, just like his mama. So he is easily set off like his mama, and I'm usually having to talk him down. So it's like sometimes he gets out to the point where my baby is saying he want to go with Jesus. And I'm in the process of teaching him the power of the tongue, because if you say something enough, God will make that thing happen for you. And that's not something that we want to deal with. So I'm trying to teach him mentally, like, just because something touch into your emotions like that, it don't have to go to 1,000 just like that. So I'm trying to teach him ways of dealing with his feelings and emotions, socially being able to express how he's feeling. So I'm saying all that part is also with that kind of help. I've said you have people that want to know, well, like, dang, why she needing all this help? What they doing with their money? They eat not too much. We don't eat out like that. Hold on, I hear my girl. You good, Tuka? Okay, I'm back. She just had a spasm. See, it's a lot of ups and downs and running. Let me get back into, and she's okay. And that lead into what I was about to say. They were like to the point of when they saying they eating out too much. Y'all, we don't eat out like that. Yeah, my vice is seafood. My vice is seafood. I maybe eat seafood maybe once or twice a month. And when I'm getting that, I'm like, shoot, with the month I done had, dealing with seizures, sometimes 5 to 8 seizures a month, in a month. Dealing with seizures, dealing with asthma type, dealing with speaking to my baby mind with his emotions and stuff, with what he did with his autism. Jumping up out of our sleep, running to our daughter because she having a seizure. Just like the other day. Right after I just gave her medicine, I leave to go get her milk and come back. She ended up having a silent seizure. So after going through all of that in a month, and time payday come roll around, that's just like somebody that like to smoke, that like the hangout, that drink and what. I'm not gonna. That, seafood is my vice. That's what I love to do. So it's like when I'm getting that, that's like I deserve this. I'm treating myself. And I don't treat myself as much as I used to because of our financial situation. So we are not irresponsible with our income. It's just the way how our situation is set up. It has caused us a lot of setback. It has caused us a lot of setback. But I'm not gonna lie, like I'm like, you know what, Lord, I deserve this seafood meal. I'm about to tear it up. And y'all, when I'm getting seafood and stuff like that, I'm not posting it to say, huh, look what I got, look at me. I post things for reasons. One, when it comes to Facebook, I post on Facebook because I make a little change on Facebook. I make a little change on Facebook. I used to make a little dollars on Facebook, but now it's some change. And I say it's some change because it's not what it used to be. It used to be 100 and something. Now it's just a couple of dollars. Not even enough to go beyond a convenience store, and that may be a little bit too much. You can take it to the Dollar Tree. I say that. But I ain't shining on it because them little coins be helping. So when I post it on Facebook, because that's really the only way that people know I eat out, I'm posting it on Facebook because like I said, I make a little coins on Facebook. I need to start posting more on there. But the program that they have me in, child, I don't benefit from that program. I wish they would have left me in the old program because I don't benefit from that program. Because the program that I'm in now, families and friends and Facebook friends and all that have to interact with what you post. And not many do that. Not many do that. But when I'm posting that on there, I'm posting for a reason because this post, if somebody interact with it, gonna bring something back in our home. Even if it's just a little bit of corn. Here nowadays, I focus more on our YouTube channel because I'm trying to get that to take off for us. So it may look like we eat out like that, but child, won't eat out like that. My husband cook, and he'll tell me in a minute, we ain't finna go get nothing. We finna cook. I'm finna get in there and I'm gonna cook. And the only time he don't get in there and cook is when he tired. Then I get in there. But for the most part, my husband like, no, we finna cook. And he gonna cook something that's gonna try to scratch out the last of few days, meaning leftovers. Child, I don't no longer get my hair did like I used to because I know we're in a financial situation. It for a long time I would wear a headscarf, but I'm like, okay, Monique, it's not like you don't know how to do hair or a little something. Start doing your own hair. I love going to the hair salon and get my hair did, especially in this style right here, sewed in. Right now, this is glued in, and I hate it because as soon as I sweat, here lately it's been raining. It's been raining, and we've been having heat advisory. Child, tracks lift up right now because I haven't glued them down, and I don't really like putting that glue on my head like that. And even with my Nollywood child, my Nollywood, they probably look at what kind of dog she is and all that stuff like that and say that dog costs a lot. But this dog right here, my baby, I'm saying this dog, but I don't like nobody say this dog, huh? Pooh! She helps me with my PTSD. She helps me with my anxiety. She helps me with a lot of stuff. So she ain't just no. Ew! That's so disrespectful. You just belch. She ain't just a fur baby for looks and all that stuff like that. She have a responsibility within this house that she has to do. Give me a hug, Mom. Give me a hug. Come and give me a hug. she got a responsibility, child. So even with that, that is not me spending money on a dog just because I want a dog. It was a conversation had about her. It was a conversation had about her with my husband and my children. All of my children. And we're saying that not only do we have our children in home, I have my bonus babies. I have my bonus babies. Now, I have a direct relationship with some of them, and some of them I don't. So with the ones that I don't, I see how they doing and all that stuff through my husband. But the ones that I have a direct relationship with, they call me sometime. They call me sometime, and sometimes they need things. And child, I can't love my husband and not love my bonus babies. Them my babies as well. So even on my YouTube, I have like stay-at-home mom of 6, but we got a total of 12 children. We have a total of 12 children. So when me and my husband got married, our family blended and it is big. So if one of our babies reach out and say they need something, if I got it, and I ain't gonna lie, every time I'm like, dang, if we do this, we might gonna be struggling later. But if I got it during the time that they asking, if we got it, they got it. Cause ain't no way I cannot do for my babies, my bonus babies, and we taking care of the other children. That's not how it go. Now you got some people out there that do that kind of stuff, but not in this household. So we have a big family, and with income changing like that, it affected a lot of things. Man, when with the people, the amount of people saying if you need something, just calling, what you're calling, I felt good with that. Like, okay, you know what, we struggling, but with the amount of help saying that we have, we gonna be okay. But child, I've learned that sometimes help get tired of helping. So with learning that, it takes me back to the thing of saying, don't nobody gotta help you, regardless of your situation, regardless who they is to in your life. Don't nobody have to help you. And that's something that I've taught myself to understand and be able to receive. So it's like I would rather a person tell me that they can't help me, they tired of helping me, or whatever, versus making it seem like I'm asking too much, making it seem like it's a burden for helping me, or when I reach out for help, I don't get no response back. Cause baby, nowadays, Facebook, Instagram, and text messages, it tell you if you've been left on red. And that hurt more than anything. But I always tell myself, Monique, regardless of what you have done for somebody, do it because that's what's in your heart to do. Oh, now, when I didn't have no kids and I went married, child, now I ain't gonna lie now, when it came to anything that I wanted, trust me, I'm going to get it. Every weekend, child, I was buying me some new clothes and shoes because I was going to go hang out. Child, so, yeah, once upon a time, I was freely like that. I was freely like that with my income. I did that. And then when I had my first child, I'm not even going to lie, I still was freely like that. Because when it came to birthdays and stuff, my baby had birthday weekends. My baby had birthday weekends. He had birthday trips. and anybody and everybody that came, I cover it and all that stuff like that. Anything that they chipped in with, that just was bonus. My baby had Christmas for the kind of Christmas that my baby had. My oldest, when I'm saying my baby, but my oldest son, the kind of Christmas that he had was enough for his siblings not, and he had that by himself. So, at once upon a time, you could say, "Dang, you a bit reckless," but with the more responsibility that I had to come, child, all that stuff done got scaled back in. All that stuff done got scaled back in. Child, the way we celebrate birthdays is we get a cake and we sit around a table. We call both grandmas on FaceTime and we sing happy birthday. Now we do special requests. So say like if one of them say, "Well, mom, could we go to the movies for my birthday?" We do stuff like that. But child, I'm telling you, if it wasn't a lot for the grandmas, my mother-in-law and my mom, child, they help us a lot when it comes to our children. And do I wish it didn't have to be that way? Heck yes. I wish it didn't have to be that way. But at the same time, you can just look at that like they doing their grandma thing. They doing their grandma thing. Just like when I have provided help for people, I looked at it as I'm doing my friend thing. I'm doing my family thing. That's my family. They need, boom, here it go. You ain't even got to tell me why you need it. I don't need to know why you need it. Here it go. But, like I said, dealing with all those changes, we're no longer in that place anymore. And then, hell, now it's just pretty much like I could give you my time more than anything. You need my help with something. At a drop of a dime, I'll stop and take out time and do what I need to do for my family and my friends. Hell, even strangers, especially the elder. Now, the elder and the disabled, no questions, no hesitation, no demonstration. Yeah, but so, and I don't want to be getting off track. I don't want to be getting off track because we talking about the different types of help and stuff like that. So it's like that person that's helping you, they feel like, oh, they must be mismanaging their money because they having that much issues and yet they eating out. No, it's not that. Like I said, when I'm that's me treating myself and we're not mismanaging anything. It's just that going through those changes, it's been harder to adjust. It's been harder to adjust. And me, I'm the kind that if I know I can't help you the way you need me to help you, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to offer my help to you. Because it wouldn't do you no service because I can't help you the way you need me to help you. Or if I do help you, I'm going to tell you, hey, this is all I can do. This is all I can do. And I'm not going to do it in a way to like it's a burden on me. Especially not if it's for family. Hold on, y'all. Let's go again. Okay, I'm back, y'all. She just had another one, and it's called. I'll be saying spasm, but it's myoclonic jerks, and what it is that it cause sometimes she'll jerk like do little jerks like that. If those jerks keep coming and they coming in clusters, it can lead to a seizure. But also, I'm going to call it a myoclonic jerk, but I'm not sure. She has this thing to where it seemed like the breath is being sucked out of her. And she kind of collapsed down a little bit. That's what keep happening right now. It's like she's saying, she made that sound. and then she go limp for a little bit, and then she get back to herself. Child, we deal with all that. So you think I whatever. But plus, I don't forgot what I was saying to y'all before I left, y'all. Hold on. Okay, and I was saying like I'm not gonna help you and act like it's a burden that I'm helping you. And you have some people out there that help you in that kind of way. They'll help you and then act like it's a burden that they helping you, but they offering you the help or whatever. So it's like that is one reason why. Another reason why me and my husband, we don't like to ask for help. We don't like to ask for help because, like I said, it's humiliating to ask for help and then having to explain why you need the help and stuff like that. Especially being married with kids and stuff like that, it already feeling like somebody's like brewing you a certain kind of way. And so my cousin, I talked to my cousin the other day, and this summer I wasn't even gonna really make this a topic of discussion. But after I talked with my cousin and then heard some of the things that was being said and stuff like that, it just made me just want to just, you know what, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it, and versus me just keep thinking about it and thinking about it, I'm gonna just talk about it and get it out. And I know once I do that, I will be fine. It's just that I hate that the stuff that is circulating, I hate that it's not coming directly to me because nobody can explain our situation no better than me. And then it's like made to be like I'm my mom going through certain stuff and I'm not helping her in that situation, being that I do have benefits from the military. Child, there is no way that I will be here on this earth and not help my mama if I can help my mama. I've done it before. I done bought my mama cars and all that stuff like that and giving my time. Because that's my mama. And spiritually, I'm going to always do what I'm supposed to do. Regardless of how I ever felt in the past about my mama giving all her time and all that stuff to other people and feeling like she don't have enough to give to me, I'm going to always do for my mama because that's my mama. That's who God blessed me with. And I know that she did the best in doing the best to her ability. And over time, I'm seeing change in her. She hugged me so tight the other day, boy, I ain't want to let her go. But when it comes to your military stuff, you just can't just pass it around like that. Hell, my own children wasn't on my stuff medically, and I'm still going through paperwork with that until I reach a certain percentage. Now, in order to have my mom be able to let my mom use any of that, my mom will have to be my dependent. My mom will have to be financially dependent on me. Hell, we already know. I said my mama helped us so much, and I'm so thankful for that. But my mom will have to be dependent on me financially. Me taking care of all of her stuff. I will have to have receipts for what I do for my mama. Now, I used to think she would have to be disabled, but it is after I have been doing some reading, because it's been being so much talking, I've been doing some reading. She don't have to be disabled, but she do have to be financially disabled. And she could have her own income, but it have to be at a bare minimum. And the things that we will have to provide, we will have to show that, yes, that's my mama. We will have to provide all kind of receipts from over the years of me financially taking care of my mama. Any assets that my mama have, whether it's stocks, whether it's bonds, whether if she got a boat, if she got a car, if she got rental property, if she got property, if she got a house. My mom would have to provide all those documentations. She'll have to give up all that stuff. Child, I needed a what you call it, original form for my mama, because it was some stuff that I was going through that I need. I needed to submit the original form. My mama sent me a copy, child, and said try that. So you can imagine if I tell my mama, Mom, we got to dig into your life. We got to dig into your life. Child, it ain't nothing I wouldn't do for my mama, because I am not that kind of person. I am not her. I am not that kind of person. I do whatever within my ability for my mama. There been time when my mama telling me she ain't feeling good, but she all right, and I don't believe her. I tell my husband, look, we gotta go to Florida. I know you gotta work. You off today, and you off these 2 days. You gotta work, but we can go down there for 1 day. We finna drive these 7.5 hours, which with my babies in Nala, my fur baby, them 6.5 hours turn into more. But I drive that and be there for 1 day, just for me to put my own eyes on my mama to see how she really feeling, because my mama eyes always tell me how she really feeling. And I use that same thing with my children. I've learned to look at certain things to I'm a good observer when it comes to people. When I'm really on my stuff, I'm a good observer. And usually it only takes me one time to put my eyes on you to know a whole lot about you. But that's a whole nother story. But like I said, we will have to provide all those things for my mom to use, to be a dependent of mine, to be able to get use of military benefits. Child, if I can give that to my mama, I give that to my mama with no hesitation. She wouldn't even have to ask me about that, even though she's not the one that asked her. I've been told her, Mom, this is what I'm finna do. Who want to see their mom going through some medical leave or what you call it, and able to do something about it and don't do something about it? Child, that ain't me. Tell you that. But like I said, I don't want to come off as angry. I was, because I felt like, dang. If I'm asking for help too much, if you don't want to help me, I am okay with a person telling me no. I'm okay with a person that telling me they can't do it. Because one, I understand that we all going through something. I understand that we all have a struggle. And most of all, I understand that don't nobody have to help you, because don't nobody owe you nothing. I understand that. But it's the thing of, don't tell me the help is there, and then when you see like I do, we need help, and it is, and then make it seem like it's a burden.